Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Selby Farm Estates, where today we are going to be making some hay. Hopefully. We'll at least get the tedding done. At least that's the plan. We have the Big M out mowing. I have ground the grass in all the fields. We're in mid-autumn. I did have to skip forward quite a few days, but it should be fine. I hope. We're in mid-autumn. We've got the grass being rowed up here by, well, mowed and rowed by the Big M. We're hopefully going to pass through this tree with no problems. Yes. And if you're wondering why some of the trees are oranges and reds and yellows and all sorts of weird and wonderful colours, that is the Seasons mod doing its thing. Change the colours of the trees in the autumn so that they look quite honestly stunning. I do at some point actually want to go visit the bales that I stacked up in the last stream on Friday and double check that they are in fact still there. Now, I don't think that they've run off and gone to Mexico or something. I'm just concerned that there may be an issue with Seasons where it eats bales occasionally. So I will be tapping over to the Merlot at some point just to make sure everything's working fine. Because just to put it simply, if the bales are gone, I'm going to have to edit the map and put in something that's experimental, and I don't want to do that in a test map. If that's the case, then I'll have to basically start a new save game. Because I've heard Seasons tends to break saves if you try and take it out, which is not good. I want to get a second headland done here with the Big M. There we go. That's the joy of the Big M, is you can just get it to flick around like that. We're going to go around the opposite way now, just for reasons of because, and so at least one of my headlands is done the correct direction according to everybody. Some people say you gotta go clockwise, some people say you gotta go anti-clockwise. I'm going both ways, just to be definitely correct. Quite honestly, I don't see how or why it matters, but there are people out there that are adamant that it has to be one way. And I can't remember which way it was, so I'm going both ways just to be safe. And this thing is 4-wheel steer, the Big M. It's the GTX modding Big M, by the way. They do have a website, and I can't remember off the top of my head, but it will be in the mod list when I eventually get around to updating that. It only does the single swath, or at least the version that I'm using does. There may be a newer version out that does the triple swath. But for hay, this is not exactly ideal because it means we're going to be over. Well, maybe ideal actually. Assuming I've turned the mod on, I might have a tether that actually suits this. I may have a tether that will suit the single swath. And let's just get that bit there. Lovely jubbly. Ours up, and we'll go up and down the other side there. Just because that's the straighter edge. You can see we've got a lovely curve built into the field now. Just from mowing it. I know that in real life you wouldn't do hay in the autumn. I know. Just because I need hay. Okay, I need hay, and all the grass got eaten in the summer. By me forgetting something and doing stupid things and having to change stuff in seasons, and yeah, not a happy thing. It's fine. All the grass. Well, quite honestly, the reason the grass got eaten was because I needed to have a new tip call map thing. New set of tip calls on the map to allow for Lancey's changes, and yeah, the game doesn't like when you try and do that. It'll eat everything that's not, well, that's already in a tip call. Which is why when I got the new version of the map, the one that I'm currently using, I put everything into trailers. So that I could keep my crops and not have the tip calls eat them. You know, that is an issue. Now, what you might be able to see in the top right, top left, keep getting my right and left mixed up. Top left, the Challenger is out ploughing. I have swapped out the Leprechaun Challenger that we had on Friday's stream to a normal MT700E. The yellow one, not the normal Clown Tour. Swapped it out to the normal MT700E. And I forgot to turn off the creative money, which was a genius move of mine. There we go. It's just so that we get relatively normal tractors on this map. Don't worry, there will be silliness coming soon. From what I've been hearing, next week some silliness will occur. And I'm going to do a bit of promo work for Sim right now, for Simulate, because tomorrow, Tuesday, is his birthday. And there's a bunch of us that are going to be streaming with him on his channel at 7 o'clock. So if you head over to Simulate's channel at 7 o'clock tonight, I'm not entirely sure who exactly is going to be there, but I'm going to be there, Sim's going to be there, Landy Kid's going to be there, Chris the Irish Gamer I believe is going to be there, Virtual Farmer, potentially even Silver.tv making a rare YouTube appearance is going to be there, and it's yet to be decided what exactly is going to happen. So it's about as well organised as anything involving me, in that there is no organisation whatsoever. Which, you know, it's going to end well when, as I'm recording it, we're less than 48 hours out, and we still have no idea what the actual plan is. We have been preparing something a little special for Sim, though, because, you know, it's us. We do have a little present for him. I'm going to use the fast track, which is going to require... Do I have a tether already? Do I need to buy a tether? That's a weeder. Tether. I own the Pottinger Hit. Where is the Pottinger Hit? It is... I have far too much equipment on this map. I'm going to have to sell everything at some point. It is at the shop. So if I reset that and reset that, we can go to the farm here and grab the fast track. There is the Challenger working away, ploughing the field. It's already technically ploughed, but the game doesn't recognize it as ploughed. Which is fine, I guess. It's working away, getting new plough lines in. Is it ploughed? Oh, it's cultivated. Good lord, it's been making good progress. I started it literally before I started recording. The moments before, and it's got that far already. Now what I need to do is I need to get up to field, whatever it was, field 28, which is up by the cows, with the tether, and we will probably need to get the coon swather down as well, wherever that is. I will be using the fast track for the remainder of this episode just because it's fast. And I can't remember where the coon swather is, so it's going to be the easiest way to just reset this thing. And actually, no, I want to use the 8R, the John Deere 8R. It is like 9 PM, so Landy made a bet with me that I wouldn't be recorded anything, wouldn't have anything recorded by the time we finish the stream. Landy, you won that bet. I know that he doesn't watch videos, so somebody's bound to tell him in the comments of his video today. Landy won the bet he made with me. Luckily, there was no money at stake. But on the bright side, I had a rather delicious Chinese. I say Chinese, I ordered Thai green curry, as you do, but it still counts as Chinese food. It came from a Chinese restaurant, Chinese takeaway. And mini curry rolls, because I do like me curries. There we go. So let's get this unfolded real quick. Come on, hurry up. Don't have all day. Let's get this unfolded real quick, and we will be tedding in a moment. It does help, however, if I attach the PTO. So off we go with the tether, and just as expected, it is basically tedding nothing. Yeah, this is a bit overkill for the swath I have, I think. On the bright side, I can take the corners at whatever leisurely pace I like, and it'll still be grabbed by a bit of the tether. So I'll basically be trying to windrow this up as neatly as possible. There's a great demand for canola, which we don't have. I don't think we don't, because everything had to be tipped on the ground. We don't have any canola. And yeah, what I need to do is I need to obviously get the fields plowed up as quickly as possible, so I might even resort to buying a few more challengers and putting a few more challengers on courseplay on random fields, just so that I can check that the tip anywhere doesn't break the map as I just make an absolute hames. Now, I have heard that Oxygen David has been asked to make a new version of Sandy Bay to counteract the problems in fields 25 and 27. I can tell you that probably won't happen, because if he did, you guys would all have to start new save games on Sandy Bay. Those on PC, it's you'd actually probably have to start new save games regardless, because of the way that'll have to work. Yeah, but what? It's a bit of a pain. Honestly, he'd have to move the entire map down a bit, and that would result in all your vehicles floating, and it wouldn't end well. So that's probably why there won't be a new version of Sandy Bay. Lancy Boy has been trying to get Selby, this map here, uploaded to Giants Mod Hub. They've been... he's been playing, as he's called it, map tennis with Giants, so this map is pretty much ready for release. I'm still ironing out some small bugs with him. And Lancy, if you're watching, which you probably are, it was on my end. That weird shadow was just on my end. I think it was a seasons thing. For whatever reason, it decided to give something that didn't have a shadow. So, apologies for that. Because I looked at it. Fun thing, because some of you know this, some of you might not. Because I'm making a map myself, I know the ins and outs of GE reasonably well. So if I find a problem with the map, odds are I'm gonna have a look in GE and see if I can't solve it myself. I do still have an older version of Selby where I'm going to be learning tip calls. I'm going to use that as a test bed for tip calls and whatnot. Because it's always a good idea to have some sort of test bed. And my map isn't ready for that yet, so it's good to have a test bed that has some working tip calls and some that don't work, so that I can learn what's gone wrong, where and how it's gone wrong, and stuff like that. It's a good idea. Also on Discord, there have been people asking me about mapping. Please do ask me about mapping things. I might not have all the answers for you, but if I know, I will let you know the answers. If I don't, I'll probably tell you to Google it, or I'll Google it for you. I do thoroughly encourage you to ask me questions about whatever you want to ask me questions about. Like I said, if I don't know the answer, I'll probably try and find it for you. Just don't expect an answer immediately all the time, because sometimes I will appear online on Discord and I'm actually, downstairs eating a Thai green curry from the Chinese. Totally didn't happen tonight. And sometimes I'll be online on Discord, but I'll be working on my map. And sometimes I won't be online on Discord, but I'll actually be at my computer right this very second. I'm appearing invisibly on Discord. It just for my own sanity, basically. So do send me PMs on Discord, and that's kind of why I have it, so you guys can contact me. Don't just ask me every question under the sun. If it's a question that you think I can answer, please do ask. If it's one that you're not sure if I can answer, ask it in general chat, and somebody's gonna have an answer for you. I can almost guarantee it. And if it's a question you don't think anybody can answer, Google it. Just to save yourself time and effort. There are the three kinds of questions in this world. There's no such thing as a stupid question, but there's one that has obvious answers. There's one kind of, there's a type of question that everybody can answer, a type of question that some people can answer, and a type of question that just maybe there's no answer. Or it's a theoretical answer that It's all that can be given because nobody's ever heard of that problem before. And a lot of the questions that I come up with have pretty obvious answers. Gotta be honest. Some of them I've had to think up my own answers because I couldn't be bothered Googling. And my answers have been wrong. They've also been right. It's the fun of learning is you learn when you're wrong, you learn when you're right. And I've learned one thing. When you've got mods in Farm Sim and you want to try and get some baling done in an episode where you've got about 10 minutes left and you still got to windrow the field, follow me is king. So I'm going to get 2 tractors down once I got the tedding done. One of which is going to get the baler, one of which is going to get the windrower. And I'm going to follow me to windrow and bale all at once. And this episode will probably have a set piece thumbnail because I want to give away everything that's happening all at once. Also, I want to have these trees in there and a couple of bales, so I'll probably set up a thumbnail. Probably after I've recorded another couple of videos, I'll probably open up Farm Sim later on tonight to take the thumbnail. Because sometimes I decide, like in my own head, that oh, this is going to be a good episode for an action thumbnail, and this is going to be a good one for a set piece thumbnail, and this is, you know, it's a weird one where with enough time and experience on YouTube and a bit of random guesswork, you can kind of tell what kind of thumbnail you want for a video. And some videos just need set pieces, especially when there's some nice scenery going around, like these red trees here. Actually, up this side of the field would be perfect for the set piece, because then I could have the bales lying naturally. Awesome. This is Dave thinking artistically. I'll just leave that up in here so I can put it out later on. And I'll need to reset 2 tractors here probably. First off is going to be the class Axion. The second is going to be this John Deere 8R, because I actually want to use the 8R. I'll be driving the 8R. Third thing I need to reset is, do I have suddenly 2 Challengers? I do suddenly have 2 Challengers. Where's the second Challenger? Has it spawned the same Challenger twice? Because there's one on Courseplay and the other is nowhere to be seen. That is indeed odd. I think I've broken the game. So what I do need to reset is the merge max and the baler. And the reason I'm resetting all this stuff is just to get it all gathered together really quickly. So where's the baler? 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 Coon baler, come to me. There it is. Right at the end of the list. Of course it's at the end of the list. It's the one thing that I needed. And let's just hop into... That's the baler. I can't hop into the baler. Let's hop into the 8R. This is by Tech Modding. They've done a good lord. They've done a fantastic job with the 8R. Have they got rid of the... Hey, they've got rid of the atrocious fog lights that I disliked. Although it does appear that the frontal lights are permanently on like that. That's maybe not so good. So this is going to be on... no, this is going to have to be on the windrower, actually. No, I'm wrong. This needs to be on the windrower, so that I can get this all running the way that I want it to. So let's just attach too close. There we go. PTO as well. Into the Axion. You, sir, are going to get the baler. And you're going to be following the windrower down to the field. And even around the field and attach the PTO. I know that we're going to be carting these around, but you'll have to bear with the silliness of having the PTOs attached. This is going to be the fastest way I can do this. Okay, so away we go. with our mini convoy. Are you going to want to move? You're going to want to move. Beacons on, because this is going to be a very silly convoy. The Challenger is already working on the headlands on that field. That is astounding. Won't quite get done because I've got 6 headlands to do. It's got 6 headlands to do, and I have more videos I want to record today. And it's going to be a busy evening for me. I do, of course, because it's me, have a cup of tea sat beside me that I haven't touched because I've been so very into this video. And I'm actually feeling quite well hydrated today, which is nice. It's always nice to feel well hydrated. So I hope you guys all had a good weekend. I'd love it. It'd be amazing if you guys could, in the comments, let me know what you got up to this weekend. Did you, especially on, you know, with it being St. Patrick's weekend and funky bank holiday Friday in Ireland, what did you guys get up to? Did you see any good parades on St. Patrick's Day? Did you party like it's 2009? Did you just stay at home and have a quiet day in on St. Patrick's Day watching the parades? Did you go see any parades? Did you just have a nice quiet weekend with family? Yeah, let me know how your weekend was. I'm interested. I want to know. Mine was good. I had a good weekend. Nice and quiet, and I got things done, and I'm good and relaxed at the moment, mainly because of that delicious curry. I'm going to keep bringing the curry up. It was delicious. I hope I don't bring it up a second time though, because that wouldn't be delicious at all. So let's get this in, and I think I'm gonna have to are you gonna unfold that yourself? No, you're not, are you? Right. I now need Control Y. Is it Control Y or is it Shift Y? Shift Y? Alt Y? Let's turn you on. Control Y. Shift Y. Y. Alt Y? Why are you not doing the thingies? Do you have to be down to do this? Control Y. Alt Y. Shift Y. Shift T. That is decidedly not the way I want you to merge. Alt Y. Alt U. Oh. 4. 3. No, that's folding. Why are you not doing the thingy? It's folding again. Shift Y. Shift T. Shift R. R. Dang it. Why are you being mean to me? Is it gonna like let me know when I've got the right button combination? Is it because follow me's on? Stop follow me real quick. Why is this not doing the thing? Buggeration, I'm gonna have to do this manually, aren't I? Right then. You can sit over. I don't know where you can sit over here. Because I won't bring the swallow through there. I'll just turn you off. Actually, I'll need you. There we go. Let's get the swallow on, and because it's not behaving at all the way I want it to, let's just do this as quickly as we possibly can. Now, we won't get the bailing done today, unfortunately. Not in the video. I will do it off camera later on. Because I do want this field bailed up. Actually, I might do just the headland and then bail it so you guys can see some bailing happening. But it's all gone horribly wrong. Quite frankly. Now this 8R is one of my favorite mods by TechModAS. It was released to their Facebook page today. Thoroughly encourage you guys to go check it out. And don't upload the mod anywhere, because they don't want it uploaded anywhere. They have, quote-unquote, quit modding before, as a kind of a protest at somebody releasing the mod without their permission. I'd love to know why this... It's hardly any of these buttons here, is it? No. I'll have to figure out my button combinations for this thing later on and bind it up to something, probably, because that's going to be an inconvenience, to say the least. Now what I'm going to do for this headland, because I now can, is I'm going to make a mega swath in the middle. I'm going to make a One Lonely Farmer style swath of lots and lots and lots of all the hay. Because the sun's shining, why not make some hay while the sun shines? I know it's only 12 degrees, according to the weather up here. Soil temperature is also 12 degrees, which means that if I wanted to, and if it was late spring, or mid to late spring, I could plant soybeans, potatoes, sugar beets, corn. I do now know the temperature requirements for seasons. It is 5 degrees Celsius for wheat, barley, and canola, and 10 degrees Celsius for pretty much everything else, which is a good thing. It means you can get your barley, wheat, canola, you know, for the winter. And once it's hit, I think growth stage 1, it should keep growing after that as a kind of a winter crop. That's what the plan it kind of is winter everything. Winter wheat, winter barley on every single field. I will be getting a Amazon Condor, which is the huge, humongous cedar that I've got on the Sandy Bay multiplayer. 15-meter cedar. And that's going to be awesome. Hopefully at the end of either this month or next month, I think, the Big Bud DLC is coming, so we can get even bigger equipment into the game, and you guys can try out even more stupid equipment combinations. Quite like my 8R and Merge Max right now. But I know some of you guys do like putting insane things on the back of the Hurleyman. So you can try out the Hurleyman with the Big Bud equipment and see how that helps. Here's a top gear top tip. Probably won't help at all, it'll probably flip. But let's just get this headland finished. By the way, I will be getting Big Bud. Before anybody asks, I will be getting the Big Bud DLC. Doing YouTube kind of requires me to get all the DLCs, regardless of whether or not I think I think they're worth it, so that I can give my actual opinions on the DLCs instead of saying, this doesn't look like it's worth it. It's better to get some game time with something and then say, oh, this is worth it, or oh, this is a bit of a waste of money. Like the Coon DLC. The Coon DLC I thought was a complete and utter waste of money when I heard it, because it's Coon. Coon's already in the game. Why would I want more Coon stuff? Now that I haven't had a chance to play with it a bit, that Swather is fantastic. This baler is really nice. The detail work in this baler is amazing. They've literally got every working part animated. I don't know if you can quite see it, but can you see it? Yeah, you can see it in there. Everything is moving inside and working away. And it is producing some nice, lovely bales. And even the cedars, I like the fact that they've brought new stuff to the game, and the round baler with the wrapper. Despite the fact that I dislike how the round bales work, I think the wrapper works fantastically. It's a lovely piece of equipment to have. The sprayer, even the fertilizer sprayer, everything kind of has its place in the game, which is really unusual for the first DLC for the game. Usually the first DLC is something like IT Runner, where it brings something unusual or new and doesn't really add much. Like FS13, the first DLC was Ursus, which brought round bale wrapping, which you had to have hay bales, which was a bit silly. But it brought that into the game, and this, you know, FS15, it was the IT Runner that brought IT Runner stuff into the game, modular stuff, I guess. And then with FS17, it's a round bale wrapper combination, but they went over and above by putting even more than just that in there. You know, traditionally it would have just been the round bale wrapper, or maybe the square baler as well, and the square bale wrapper. That's another thing they added that was new, is the square bale wrapper. Even mods couldn't get that right, and Giants nailed it first time. But we are going to have an absolute butt ton of hay bales here. And what I'm going to do, off camera, is I'm going to do something that I did on the server over the weekend, or I encourage the server to do. I'm going to roll all of that up into one windrow, one mega windrow, and see what happens. But that'll do it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button. If you are new here and you haven't already, do hit subscribe as well. I will leave you by saying, I've been RainbowDave. You've been watching Farming Simulator 17 on Selby Farm Estates. Until next time, stay safe and goodbye.